Hello, hello.
This little island, and what lies beneath it, are a pretty mess, don't you think? I've done my share of exploring, and all over this place appears in no map or text I've ever seen. Even the halls that link one chamber to the next are mad. The work of some diabolic magic, like as not. A place so steeped in rancor just begs for conquest, doesn't it? Gets my juices flowing. Now, will you have a look? I'll see you don't regret it.
Still don't have the stuff needed. Can only silver forge my Griffic helm. I should have a diamond. Unless I dropped it. I don't get this.
Now, will you have a look? What'll it be then? What'll it be then? Now, will you have a look? I'll see. What'll it be then?
I got some new items too. Once dried haspid. Herspid. Oh wait. Haven't we been here before? This is all weird. No.
This looks interesting.
Ugh. Damn leeches. Hey now. Since this looks familiar, does that mean those doors over there will lead back to the one chick so that way we can keep progressing? I mean, to me that makes sense, right? It's not going to cost as much, but still. Where the fuck did all you come from? Huh. Okay, but I called it.
Older memories are bubbling to the surface, though they show a past which is not my own. I recall fighting. I was in the service of a great warrior, and together we overcame many trials. Her ill-deserved end was a crushing blow to me as well. My soul was shattered, much as I then came to shatter his. What recollections I have seem so vivid, and yet all else beyond them is a haze. I fear there is little more I can tell you about the one I brought you here to aid. 'Tis a mad request, I know. I scarce know who I am, let alone this other soul. And yet at my core, it is their fate, not my own, that weighs more heavily upon me. Only a stronger will, a will as yours, can bring him peace.
Scroll of Recuperation, Fiendish Essence, Scroll of Acquisition, Scroll of Adhesion. Virtuoso Ring, boost fire resistance by 10 and poison by 18. Warrior's Band has been purified. Savage Lunge, Indomitable Lash, Savage Lunge, Indomitable Lunge. Oh. Sorcerer's Ring has been purified. Fulmination equals high fulmination. Carnation has been purified. A bewitching blade with an elegant rose motif hilt, yet strong enough to cleave flesh, hide, or scale with equal ease. That's the blade on the cover. Pattern gambeson, emblazoned with a lion and goat. Heraldry symbolizing the noblest of lineages, battlefield distinction, and fealty to one's lord. And Adept's Mantle has been purified, a mantle reserved for wizards of the highest order.
Only a stronger will. A will as yours can bring him peace. If there is aught I can do, say it.
Can't get adhesion. Makes it harder for an enemy to throw you off whilst you're clinging to it. Hastens the speed with which you gather and mine items. How many secret... Oh, right.
If there is aught I can do, say it. Only a stronger will. A will as yours can bring him peace. Pray, take care.
Was this chest here before?
Aiding one another is our only hope in surviving such a place. Seems her mind is in precarious shape. This looks interesting.
I wonder what the tablet says now. I have wandered lost in this damnable maze for it must be a year now, yet have found no hope of escape. At times a voice unknown to me seems to resound in the back of my mind, but my own daily fight for survival has left me with scant energy for pondering such mysteries. From here on I shall strive to make a record of my journeys, if only in brief. Perhaps... Okay, perhaps a journey of my thoughts might bring some small comfort to me or any who follow. I have encountered many fellow wanderers in this queer place. There are endeavors for which I would entreat their aid, yet any attempt to join my cause with theirs has been futile. The others are oft preoccupied with matters of their own. Some regard me with hostility, while others slink away with nary a word. Indeed, many seem to have parted ways with their own reason. Perhaps it is to be expected among those in such harsh environs, but with each rejection my pangs of solitude take on a sharper edge. He lashed out at me like a wounded animal, malice clear in his bloodshot eyes. I finally managed to calm him somehow, and he told me his tale. He spoke of losing his heart to a dragon, so that he might avenge himself against the noble responsible for his daughter's death. But when I suggested a union, he would not hear of it. Instead, he vanished back into the labyrinth steps from which he came. I have not seen him since. A woman of scant few years, she said she was arisen too, and in search of armaments for some prophecy or legend. She had a composure far beyond her years, and her manner gave me hope of fellowship, but she refused my invitation flatly, calling the duty hers to achieve alone. Mayhap she had some fear of me? She too, I have not seen or heard since. Perhaps she found the items she sought, or perhaps something else found her first. All the folk I have met in this labyrinth, without exception, are acquainted of a dragon. They are all arisen. It is curious indeed to meet so many with a destiny so like my own. Have we all been led here? Who would design or gain from such a ruse? What could await us at its end? Questions I must ponder, but another day. I mustn't let it distract me from the task I have sworn to complete. I am weary from toil and impatience both, and still the whispers continue. I had steeled myself for a hard journey, but ne'er did I anticipate an ordeal such as this. One might think I'd grown accustomed to the isolation, having long since lost my attendant pawn, but it only grows harder to bear. There are riftstones here, but they are all broken, and I shan't expect to see them mended. Now my only companion is that strange voice. That voice, it speaks air within me, growing louder by the day, frustrating any attempt to ignore it. Even keeping hold of my own thoughts has become a struggle. Is this some omen of impending death? Clearly it is not the voice of my dragon steward. Its monologue is incessant, its words clear and crisp, but I cannot grasp their meaning. Perhaps strangest of all is how little I'm bothered by hearing it of late. Could this voice be attempting to instruct me how to proceed? Might it enlighten me about the darkness in which I've been sealed? But I must not forget, I have a duty to perform. A duty. But what? It is impossible to gather my thoughts. What was the duty I pledged myself to? What was it that once I believed? Okay. How many fucking things are there? 13, okay.
To serve
Well, let's
her
count.
master
Oh.
and be as she commands. To be shaped in her image. That is the part of a pawn. But my master's image is no longer her own. Defeated by the world's steward, she fell into perdition. Having witnessed her fail to achieve her purpose, my breast was filled with regret. Yet amid that darkness, a spark of light too took root. Within my soul, a crude and inchoate mirror to the Arisen's own, new strength emerged. I had awoken to love. I came to notice the changes within me as his tireless ministration saw my shattered memories slowly mend. I came to love him, as my master had before me. Then some years later, fate came on dragon's wings to mark him an Arisen, as his master was before him. Though his heart was lost, he seemed more alive than ever. He burned with new purpose to slay the worm and avenge Grete. I became his pawn of my own will. I too saw in this a new calling, to love him, serve him, and lend him strength. Ultimately, to become as him. It was a fate I welcomed gladly. Defeat me or speak your wish and offer up a sacrifice. A second time I heard the dragon's bargain spoke. Yet I felt a strange reluctance in its tone, as if the ultimatum were given unwilling. And in that moment, I knew it. The worm we now faced was my former master transformed. The revelation tore him apart. Whichever his choice, the wages were cruel tragedy. A new and dark desire poured forth from his sundered soul. His wish for power to destroy all existence marked me for death. And yet I never blamed him. For as my life was snuffed out, I held firm to my belief. The day would come, I knew, when he, our master, and I myself would find redemption.
Still a child, I stood amid the ashes of my village. Through the driving rains, two figures came. One, a woman of golden hair, extended me her hand, perhaps in pity. Grete was the name she gave. A hunter of sorts, she said. Her quarry, the worm. As she spoke, the woman at her side simply stood and watched me, wordless. She was a pawn, come of a different world, the first I had seen. Her air was strange, yet somehow alluring. I chose to join them, this Arisen and her pawn. It seemed that, or stand forever in the ruins of a lost life. They offered no words of invitation, yet neither did they turn me away as I followed. As we traveled, I was taught to fight. Grete was my mentor, my mother. She breathed new life into my parched soul. Then came the day the huntress found her mark. She left to face the worm. That day's parting proved final. Her pawn returned, alone and scarce alive. Gone was the bold and faithful Myrmidon who had served as Grete's steel. Her empty eyes stared through me now. And what of the worm? Had our mistress felled the beast and stayed calamity? The pawn held no answers. Her mind and soul as broken as her body. Yet no more of the earth was swallowed up. No more was the sky stained black. It seemed the world had been ransomed. Or left at least to fester in the custody of humankind. I was left with a single hope, a single wish. To bring back light to the deadened eyes of a masterless Myrmidon. She was a pawn, I knew it well. Not human, not of this land. And what of it? She bore Grete's mien, her face. Wheel or kneel, I soon found myself in love.
Oh! I just suddenly leveled up.
Perhaps?
That's interesting. We found 2 of the 10 macabre statues.
This pawn feels most at ease near a rift stone.
Oh, there's a rift stone. Spiders! Stop reminding me I gotta get to Greedfall. Hopefully I will in like 2 or 3 more streams.
Interesting.
Tread carefully. Mark each step well.
Wraith.
Arisen, I am at your
Ow.
side.
Ah, crap, it's dark in here.
Mind you on curse!
Beware the fiend's curses.
I shall take on the strong. I'll pry it loose with an attack!
Did you manage to kill it?
It grows by stealing the life of others.
Hey Sean, mind enchanting my weapon?
Beware the fiend's curses.
Nope. I just don't know what I'm yet. Thank you.
Not too late. I'll have it off.
I grant you sacred radiance!
Beware the fiend's curses.
Uh-huh.
Let go!
Strike while it comes
My weapon's enchanted now, but I don't seem to be doing any damage. You sure about that?
I'll pry it loose with an attack. Magic's under its host's life is
Dude, what the fuck is this bullshit?
One of us will bring
Can't get my help. Rain's life with a fearsome hunger.
I'll pry it loose with an attack!
Oh, you're still around. Guys, I am in the middle of being attacked. You might help.
Anyone would target the Arisen online.
Crap!
Struggle as best you can!
Really shouldn't have done that.
I will protect you.
Oh, crap. Gotta get out of the range of that magic. No! Son of a bitch! Okay. Well...
This pawn feels most at ease near a riftstone.
That's the last autosave was out here. I mean, like, I could easily just stop the stream if I wanted now, but I'm not ending it off on a bad note. We're getting rid of those motherfuckers. At the very least. Before we end it. Yeah, see? There's a save there. Why didn't it work?
It is too dark. Great! Stand ready!
Sean, this is not the time. Of course, attacking it would help. What beacon fire? Oh.
Strain your eyes against the dark. We may not be alone.
Look! A Saurian sage!
It is a troubling foe!
You've decided to engage in combat. Alright, now the tail is severed. Snakes? Ow! Why did it have to be snakes? There's a chest up here.
I wonder what's inside.
Alright, it's nothing here. Alright, let's go back here real quick, because I know of the one chest there. Needs to be taken care of.
This place is sure death without a lantern.
This is seriously the funniest glitch I've ever seen in this game.
Don't worry. I am here.
Please don't overdo it. Hold on.
You gonna be a bastard this time? I don't know, let's find out. Moon, since you're right there.
Let's have a look.
Nope, this is mine.
To relight a wet lantern, remove it, then withdraw.
Fucking leeches! They're everywhere.
I've been stricken!
Stay vigilant. Places on
I shall
remarkable
restore your health.
wealth may
Hold
have
on.
more.
Treasure, perhaps?
Motherfucker.
This looks interesting.
Don't ask stupid questions. Obviously. That's a stupid question. Why'd you ask it?
It's not a stupid question. Your schedule actually changes sometimes. No,
No, it really doesn't. It's very rare for my schedule to change.
I didn't say it's not rare. I just said it happens. Sometimes.
It's not happening right now. Otherwise, I would have said something. Ow, motherfucker. This is way too small of an area to fight against big fiends like you. Oh, and phantoms. No, 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 no. Do I have any good healing items? Yes, light it.
Mind your cast!
I shall watch with your attention.
there's still so many of you?
Attacking it may help!
I do not cast! I am possessed! Help me!
I will protect
It's got an extended arrow in its ass.
Not too late. I'll have it off.
I am possessed! Help me!
Guys, hurry up. 2 of us are possessed right now.
Shall watch the spirit's actions. A well-formed party can often fell even foes stronger than they.
Alright, now's actually a good time to actually save and quit. Because it's almost 7:30 and I'm going to need to get dinner started. And get it out of the way. And then there's going to be some other stuff I got to do. Got to get a video to YouTube. And I got work in the morning. Oof, what do I think of this DLC so far? My goodness, it is hard. Definitely. Everyone's right. And the game itself is right. It's for more experienced players. Oh, motherfucker. So much is going on. Alright, but anyway, so if you guys have enjoyed, be sure to do the usual accolades, like, comment, share, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Twitch if you haven't already, and if you didn't like this, it's not going to make that much of a difference to me. So thank you all so much for watching, I'll see you next time. Peace out, Spartans.